talk to people. Good evening. I'm Michael Aronson, the proud principal of Pahokee High School. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I would like to welcome our parents, friends, community members, the classes of 1978, 1988, 1998, and all of our dignitaries that are here tonight. We are delighted to have you. We ask that you honor our graduates and silence your cell phones and electronic devices at this time. Also, if you would please refrain from leaving your seat to take photos, we have a professional photographer here tonight for the ceremony. Now, at this time, if you would please stand as our class of 2018 takes their journey to Pahokee High School. Please remain. Please remain standing as our Air Force Junior ROTC cadets will now post the colors, after which Amani Burden, our senior class president, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. The pledge will be followed by the national anthem to be sung by Glenicia Betty.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the nights that our flag was still there. Oh, see, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Amani and Glenicia. Please be seated. If you would please hold your applause as I introduce our platform guests, community dignitaries, and welcome the classes of 78, 88, and 98. Our Superintendent, Dr. Donald Fenoy. Deputy Superintendent, Chief of Schools, Mr. Keith Oswald. School Board Member, Mrs. Marsha Andrews. Glades Regional Superintendent, Ms. Carlene Millen. Glades Instructional Superintendent, Mr. Howard Hepburn. Central Instructional Superintendent, Ms. Vivian Green. Pahokee Middle School Principal, Mr. Dwayne Denard. Pahokee Elementary School Principal, Dr. Karen Abrams. KEC Canal Point Principal, Dr. Derek Hibbler. Crossroads Academy Principal, Dr. Diane Howard. West Tech Education Center Principal, Dr. Charlene Ford. Our SAC Chair, Ms. Sanquetta Cowan. Tri-Cities Education Committee members, Mr. Eddie Rhodes, Ms. Allie Biggs, Mr. Steve Wilson, Mr. Joe Kiles, and Ms. Clara Mervin. Retired Pahokee High School Middle School Principal, Mrs. LaVoyce Taylor Smith. The Mayor from the City of Pahokee, Mr. Keith Babb. The Vice Mayor, City of Pahokee, Ms. Clara Mervin. City Manager of City of Pahokee, Mr. Chandler Williamson. Commissioner from the City of Pahokee, Ms. Diane Walker. Commissioner from the City of Pahokee, Ms. Felicia Hill. Commissioner from the City of Pahokee, Pastor Benny L. Everett III. And Pahokee High School alumnus, 2016 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, All-Star and Philanthropist, Mr. Anquan Bolden. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I have the distinct privilege of introducing our superintendent. Dr. Donald E. Fenoy II is the 26th superintendent of the schools for the school district of Palm Beach County. The district is the 11th largest district in the country with a student enrollment of more than 193,000 students. Prior to his appointment as superintendent of schools, Dr. Fenoy served as the district's chief operating officer. He graduated from Florida A&M University with a degree in elementary education. He went on to earn his master's degree in educational leadership and a doctorate in educational leadership and administration from the University of Central Florida. He and his wife, Kendra, are the proud parents of 2 beautiful children. Dr. Fenoy.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. Hey, let's try that again. Good evening, everyone. That's more like it. Let me say this to the class of 2018. When I say that I am humbled and honored to be in the presence of greatness, I mean that. The men and women in front of me today represent the best in what we have, and I'm just thankful to be able to serve as your superintendent. Parents, teachers, and guests, I'd like to thank you for your personal investment in the students walking across the stage today. No one truly accomplishes anything that is worth accomplishing alone. So students, before this day is over, I hope you take a moment, and I mean many moments, to thank the people that helped you get here today. The spirit of gratitude is something my mother taught me early in life. To this day, even this morning, she reminds me that since she gave birth to me, I literally owe her my life. I know there are many mothers in this room today that feel the same way about their own children. Saying thank you is an acknowledgement that someone has made your life better for just a moment or for forever. Not because they had to, but because they could. Saying thank you is a phrase that acknowledges the very tenet of our humanity, that we need one another. My mother also taught me that I should say thank you frequently and often, and more today than I did the day before. The same is true for 2 small words, I'm sorry. You should always be eager to right a wrong, especially if you can do it with just 2 small words, I'm sorry. Misunderstandings and hard feelings can easily become oceans that unnecessarily divide us. You are entering this world in extraordinarily complex times. I have high hopes that your generation pens the chapter that brings us closer together despite our many differences. Finally, I want to tell you about my father, who served in the military for 22 years. He was a man that wasn't around a lot, obviously, because he was fighting in either Vietnam or Desert Storm. But I remember 2 gifts that he gave me. When I was in the 1st grade, he gave me a gift of an alarm clock. Because it was important, because my mama had to work and so did my father. So I had to get up and go to school. In 1994, when I graduated from high school on my way to Florida A&M University to be in the March of 100, he gave me another alarm clock. And he gave me that clock because of this simple fact. For the next few days, I need you to make sure you continue to set your alarm clock. You are here today because, like it or not, you got out of bed every day. My father said getting out of bed with purpose is the most common denominator in achieving your next goal and every goal that will follow. So graduation class of 2018, I understand. I empathize with your plight today. Take a few days off and get some rest. But you need to get back to setting your alarm clock. On behalf of the School Board of Palm Beach County, our school board members, and the 22,000 plus employees who had a small part in you being here today, congratulations and we love you.
Thank you, Dr. Fenoy. At this time, I would like to bring Mr. and Mrs. Anquan Bolden to the stage for a special presentation. The Boldens are proud supporters of our students and will be presenting a scholarship as their way of showing their support for the academics at Pahokee High School.
This year's recipient of the Anquan and Dion Bolden Scholarship Foundation is Amani Burton.
Thank you, Mr. Bolden, and congratulations, Amani. To the class of 2018, to our parents, staff, friends, community members, dignitaries, previous classes, and Dr. Fenoy, tonight I have a special message for the class of 2018. To last year's senior class, I spoke about the 5 rules that my parents taught me to live by. Always trust yourself. Can I tell my mother about this? Don't be afraid to fail. Work extremely hard and ignore the critics. And don't hide, face things head on. This year, I want to talk to you about reflection. The end of high school is a special time of reflection. Did I ever think this day would come? Did time pass too quickly? What sacrifices have I and others made for me to be here tonight? I often reflect back on something my parents used to say to me when I was your age. They would say, I know I am a successful parent when my children become more successful than me. I again heard that quote when former Vice President Biden was reflecting at his son's funeral after he lost his bout with brain cancer. This, to me, is how I feel about being a principal. I won't be able to reflect back on my success for many years when I'm able to see how successful you all become. Understand that life is not fair and that it is okay to fail. But make sure you reflect on your failure, remembering that when you fail, that is your first attempt in learning. Take some risks, step up when the times are toughest, face the bullies, and never ever give up. If you can do those things, the next generations and the generations that follow will live in a far better world than we live in today. We have shared many highs and lows, but I've never been more proud of a group of seniors. Of your graduating class, over 80% of you have committed to going to college, trade school, or into the military. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 of the most amazing things about this class. First, we have accumulated over $1.5 million in scholarships from only 108 seniors. Secondly, the class sitting before you will walk out of here with the highest graduation rate ever at Pahokee High School. As Steve Jobs once said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. As I close tonight, I look over the wonderful group of young men and women you become, and I reflect back to a day that I had the luxury to take some of you to James Patterson's house, to the happy-go-lucky group of 8th graders that you were, who wanted to be a movie actress, an entrepreneur, a cardiologist. Yeah, I remember that day. We had a lot of fun. To those who now tell me you want to be a police officer, a sports agent, and a dental hygienist.
I want to be a lawyer, and if that doesn't work out, I'm going to be a movie actress. I want to be an entrepreneur. Well, I want to be a cardiologist. Okay, very good.
To everyone in the class of 2018, may all your dreams come true, and when you reflect back on your life, I hope that you have no regrets. At this time, I'd like to welcome our salutatorian, Amani Burden. She has maintained an HPA of 4.82 and a GPA of 3.85. She is the daughter of Randy and Lakeisha Burden and will be attending the University of Florida, where she will major in health sciences and business.
Good evening, family, friends, community members, Dr. Fenoy, and other esteemed platform guests. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you tonight to deliver the salutatorian speech of the magnificent, notable, the greatest, and the best class of 2018. I would like to take the time out to express my endless gratitude to the people who have made an exceptional impact on my life. Without God, none of us would be here to witness such monumental greatness and prosperity in this room right now. My entire family, the ones who have always supported me throughout the entire course of my life and ready to get bucked whenever I call. Special thanks to every teacher who has been a part of my educational journey, those of which who have inspired me to be great, but more especially to those that doubted my greatness. Without having to mention my real ones, thank you for always being that listening ear when my continuous nagging feels like a never-ending roller coaster. Most of all, although my appreciation may not greatly be shown, two of my greatest advocates, Randy and Lakeisha. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always sticking by my side and raising me to be the remarkable young woman I am today. I am a small-town girl who has had the dreams of a millionaire for as long as I can remember. Very intellectual, self-respectable, and hardworking, the definition of a true, beautiful black queen. I have always had a mind of my own, and this is the reason why my success has seemed to overflow. I've never hesitated to give that helping hand to anyone who has needed it, and most of all, I'm a God-fearing young woman. While many may look at me and judge me by the things they have heard others comment about me, I'm a living witness of the saying, hard work pays off. This year has been one of my most memorable years because in the course of 9 months, I have learned essential keys that will guide me to be the best of my potential for the rest of my life. Over the past 13 years, we have all shared process moments amongst each other that will forever be close to our hearts. Graduating high school is a huge milestone of our lives, but it is only the first. Whether we decide to go to college or run a business, the greatness doesn't cease here. While on our upcoming journey, let's not forget all that has been instilled in us and the people who have made it possible for us to come this far. Although the saying, the good outweighs the bad, is meant to be accurate, I truly believe those tough moments have made me much stronger than I have ever thought I could be. If I sat here and only mentioned the enjoyable moments of high school and said that things have never been challenging, I'm pretty sure no one would believe me. There have been plenty of rough times I've come across. Late nights studying, crying and complaining to my friends about how stressful IB really is, only getting 2 hours of sleep, and hearing negative comments from people who are supposed to be along my side, encouraging me the whole way. Though there have been instances where when giving up seemed to be a much more relaxing resort, I continued to strive through and motivate myself when I felt as though no one was there to help me through such excruciating times. As I reflect on the past, I have been blessed to adventure this journey with the best class to ever walk these halls. I will leave my fellow classmates with this piece of advice. Always be true to yourself, your character, and your morals. No one can beat you at being you. Always be confident in everything you do and never give up on yourself, no matter how unbreakable the barriers you face may seem. Continue to be the awesome individuals you all have been and enjoy every second of life from here on out. Don't be afraid of fear, because it sharpens you, it challenges you, it makes you stronger, and when you run away from fear, you also run away from the opportunity to be your best possible self. We out, Loco Ocho! Thank you.
Thank you, Amani. I would like to welcome to the stage our valedictorian, Brittany Walker. She has maintained an HPA of 4.88 and a GPA of 3.78. She is the daughter of Thomas and Blanca Walker, and she will be attending the University of Miami, where she will be majoring in biology and the pre-med program.
Good evening, faculty, family, friends, Dr. Fenoy, and other esteemed platform guests. Over the last 7 years at Pahokee Middle Senior High School, we have learned and experienced so much. As we continue to move past this milestone, we are going to learn and experience much more. I would like to start by thanking my parents. They have been very supportive throughout my whole school career. At one point during my life, my parents could barely pay bills. That never stopped them from providing for my sisters and I. My parents always expected me not to only get A's, but to do the best I could on every assignment. My mother taught me that there is no reward for what you are supposed to do and held me to this standard while supporting me throughout all of my schooling. To my dad, thank you for working long hours to always give me money, allow me to enjoy everything about high school, and show me unconditional love. You both helped me become who I am today, and I will forever be grateful. I want to thank teachers such as Ms. Hasagawa for being one of the best teachers I've ever had. To Maxwell, who taught me for 2 years and showed me that I could do things such as get A's in your class when everybody said I would fail. I am known for my intelligence in math thanks to you. For all my other IB teachers, thank you for crowning me the best procrastinator of all time. I can't forget about my favorite teacher quote either. Thank you for always being there for me. There are also administrators and friends that I want to thank who have been close to my heart. The bonds I have created throughout my life have been heartwarming, and I hope they continue even after this milestone. Thank you, Dr. Peoples. You were the only administrator that encouraged and pushed me to my full potential. You showed me that you care greatly about students' future, especially to me. I want to thank two of the best people I've grown close to within the past couple months, Antonique and Ronkiria. The bond and friendship we share grows stronger each day, and Antonique, you're basically my better half. I thank you for being my shoulder to cry on and literally my biggest fan. I lastly want to thank someone who I consider like my sister, Janae Steen. You pushed me and always made sure I was on task with everything I did. I know for a fact that you were extremely proud of me for achieving such an accomplishment, but I want to recognize and tell you how proud I am of you for graduating with your AA degree before receiving your high school diploma. It is difficult to take advice from an 18-year-old who is graduating high school. I guess the advice I do give is for the underclassmen who have yet to find the meaning of this milestone. I have learned that you can have fun, do activities you enjoy, but never forget that your priority is to do what you need to ensure your plans for your college or career is satisfied. Friends will be lost and gained. It's a part of life. You may reach rock bottom, but it's probably the best thing that will occur. I myself had reached a point in my life where I did not want to continue. I had to face the fact that it occurred and there was nothing that could be changed about it. However, through this experience, I was forced to face the honest truth and grow with it. Class of 2018, there is no doubt that we have grown as a class and as individuals. It does not stop here. I hope every last one of you continue to grow and be the best person you could possibly be. I hope that every one of my classmates, as well as myself, will go on to do great things in the world, find true happiness, and succeed in whatever you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Brittany. Now the class of 2018 would like to share with you their class song, I Believe, which will be led by Vonkiria Pettigrew and Tyerica Robinson.
Said you wouldn't make it so far, and ever since they said it, it's been hard. But never mind the night you had to cry, 'cause you had never let it go inside. You worked real hard and you know exactly what you want and need, so believe, and you can never give up. You can reach your goal.
Now, I believe it's the time y'all have been waiting for. At this time, we will recognize our graduates. Announcing our graduates tonight will be Mr. Hugo Lopez.
Last time they wanted me close to you. All right, man, I'm right here. Which way are they coming up? This is too many people. All right, so let's do this. No, you gotta get up. Whatever y'all want me to do, I'm gonna do it. There we go, right here. Let's go.
Check. Got it. Brittany Walker. Amani Brianna Burden. Janae Janelle Steen. Antonique Kinsler. Henry Calderon. Rosa Martinez Arroyo. Maria Linda Cervantes. Tanija Jefferson. Kawanji Bolden Jr. Marisol Resendiz. Jesus Rosales. Shania Mitchell. Maria Haro. Antonio Haro. William Hernandez. Dianelli Gomez. Maria Benitez. Chelsea Lawrence. Obriana Bent. Rosa Hernandez. Britannia Baker. Miriam Baltasar. Tahaya Bell. Malik Bolden. Derek Brockman. Devontae Burgess. Brianna Calderon. Ana Giselle Cervantes. Alejandra Dominguez. Dondre Eccleston. Jashayla Airless. Diariana Labria Dent. Umaya Cunningham. Jawan Campbell. Arian Burrs. Mikeone Bolden. Jarvis Blackman. Gwenicia Betty. Esperanza Baltazar. Eric Aguilera. Christopher Gonzalez. Karan Goodman. Jimmy Gray III. Devontre Hampton. Stephanie Hernandez. Johanna Jewel Hogan. Malik Jones. Costavius Kimes. Paula Lugo. Catherine Martinez. Gabrielle McLeese. Guillermo Magaña. Javencia Kelman. Janeth Jimenez. Taekwon Hill. Antonique Harris. Manuel Gutierrez. Nylander Granville. Savion Gilbert. Isaac Fulton. Lanteria McFadden. Gustavo Medrano. Darren Miller. Demetrius Moore. Zatavian Morgan. Giovanni Nunez. Alan Paniagua. Terica Pendergrass. Sofia Navarrete. Ronkiria Pettigrew. Calteria Phillips. Jacqueline Perez. Ashley Paniagua. Christina Otero. Graciela Chela Nava. Beatriz Nava. Leah Moore. Mendy Gabrielle Michel. Eric Mendoza. Lonkevius McFadden. Michael Police. Monica Prieto. Ty Erica Robinson. Lady Ruiz. Jacob Sand. Jonathan Smith. James Sneed. Maria Vasquez. Michael Vasquez. DeMarcus Young. Jose Zavala. Jesus Villafuerte. Claudia Treto. Amari Spurvey. Katie Sanders. Brandon Sand. Casey Ann Kimberly Roper. Artricia Burnett. Tamiria Denise Redmond. Alberto Prieto. Reynalda Holmes. Zakiah Wright. Jamar Pete. Tyler Gilbert. Jakyler Denise Washington. Julissa Nava.
Graduates, if you would please stand. Dr. Fenoy, standing before me tonight are the young men and women who have been an integral part of the many activities and events that have taken place at Pahokee Middle Senior High School. By the power vested in me as their principal, I declare the graduates have met all of the requirements for graduation. Graduates, you may now turn your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2018. Graduates, if you would please remain standing. Audience, if you would please stand and join us in singing of the alma mater. The alma mater is printed on the gym wall to my right. It is tradition that we point at the alma mater as we sing loud and proud. Hiring all the towering palms, our voices swell. Praising these golden days we love so well. We sons and daughters true will always strive. Parents and guests, if you would please remain seating, but please remain in your seats until all of our graduates have exited the gym.